Guys, it's your next comic's birthday. His name's Kyle, so I need everyone to say happy birthday, Kyle, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday, Kyle!
Also, really quick, we have this table open, 2 seats available up here if anyone's standing up and wants to sit down. One more time, give it up for the hilarious Kyle Adams.
Oh, man. Well, I came in my pants a little bit when you all said that. It also looks like Hewitt got wet up here. What happened up here, Hewitt? Oh my gosh, we need a puppy pad over here. Oh man. Who wants to hurt my feelings and guess how old I am today? How old do you think I am? 35, 3 years more than that, so I appreciate that. You're very kind. I am 38 years old today. Yeah. No, I'm feeling sexy though, and that's because I gave up. But I also think that I finally nailed the look I'm going for. And that's Hagrid's cocaine years. That's what we're doing. It's a blizzard, Harry. I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid. But there were some signs beforehand, like the fact that my mom put me on a leash as a kid. Any other leash kids? Bark if you were... No. Nobody wants to bark. I knew that dude was a leash kid. He smelled my butt when I came in. That's how we greet each other. I was like, oh, a fellow trauma survivor. Cool. No, that's a fun joke to do until you do it in a sex club in Portland and there's a leash adult in the front row. That was crazy, dude. That blew my mind. And the leash was on the woman, which I was like, I thought this was Portland. I don't know what we're doing. We're sliding backwards, Portland. This is not good. Bad stuff. I will say, if you are like me and you're neurodivergent, the best way to have a happy life is find a partner who has the other side of the neurodivergency. So if you have ADHD, you have to find an autistic partner. That's the only way you're going to get laundry done as a household. That's the only way. That's the missing puzzle piece. Also, I found when I was single that autistic women were just naturally drawn to me. And I think that's because my body is a gauntlet of textures. Like, if you're into sensory stuff, this is literally Disneyland. This is Disneyland. My face is fuzzy. My torso is soft. My feet are sharp. My dick is bumpy. Moving on. Either way. I'm a stoner, and I like to hotbox my car. And so does that person. We need someone to drive behind us, by the way, as we leave. If you have a Prius with expired tags and a headlight out, I need you to drive behind me and this person so we don't get pulled over. You're our decoy car. No, I like hotboxing my car. I know it's irresponsible, but especially on long trips, I need atmosphere from my home planet to survive. That's the only way I'm going to make it. Airlock me in with what I know. If you are someone who hotboxes in their car, you need a good rolling tray. And the best rolling trays to find are the ones that you steal from fast food restaurants. Especially in this economy. Don't buy it from a head shop. Steal it from In-N-Out. They have the best. And if you know this, if you've been to In-N-Out, they have the best tray to steal. And also, I like stealing from In-N-Out because I know I can take the entire staff. I don't know if you've ever been to In-N-Out, but they exclusively hire virgins from the 1950s. There's a wormhole in the back and they shove them out and they're like, gee willikers, mister. That strawberry shake will be 35 cents. And then they have to explain inflation to them. Now, I was with my buddy. I stole an In-N-Out tray in front of the entire 50-man staff. And he's like, you're just gonna blatantly take that? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can take a grip of Mormon milkmen. You can just line them all up and I'll just be like, bonk, bonk, bonk. Easiest way to do it. I would never steal from a Dairy Queen. I'm terrified of people who work at Dairy Queen. I am scared. Those people come from broken homes. Dude, you think it's a neat trick when they show you the upside down blizzard? That's a threat. They're like, if you fuck around in here, we're gonna put a spoon in your head and hang you upside down. You try and steal a rolling tray from Dairy Queen, they pull the shotgun from out back. They're like, let go of my property! I do think it's funny though. Like I really do feel like they have a wormhole. They have a wormhole at the In-N-Out. And because I've never seen Gen Z in that flavor before. Have you guys ever seen Gen Z look like that before? It's crazy to me. Oh man. I gotta say, I'm a millennial and I think that Gen Z gets a bad rap. Yeah, I want to team up with you guys. I like you guys because you guys have no hope. It's awesome. It's the first generation with no hope. You guys are so much cooler than us. I don't know why millennials give you shit. We're way more cringy than you guys have ever been.
Yeah.
Dude, all of our slang, it's indicative in our slang. All of our slang is full of false hope. That's because we grew up with 10 years of the best Disney movies and then 9/11 happened. So it's like, as long as you have a song in your heart, everything will be fine. We're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. It's going to be cool. I hate millennial slang. We came up with the term fun employment. I want to track down the dude who coined the term fun employment and make him commit silly side. And then I'll read a eulogy at his funeral. It's stupid. You can't inject positivity into it. I will say, I like Gen Z slang, but the one that really, the one I can't wrap my brain around is the one that Gen Z has for masturbating. Do you guys know what it is? Goon! Yeah, dude. Goon! Which makes me feel like in just a couple years, some Gen Alpha kid is gonna find the movie Goonies. Oh my god. And be like, dude, is this about a bunch of kids jerking off in a cave? What is this? They're all sperm lunking. A lot more stalactites in this cave than I remember. It is tough, man. Gen Z slang is cool. I like it. It's straightforward. They say things like suspect, I don't trust you. Mid, it's okay. Riz, which means royal jizz. That's why they call people king, and only a king can make riz. That's how that one works. I will say, like Gen Z and millennials, we got to team up, especially against Gen X. I'm so sick of fucking Gen X, dude. And Gen X, you don't need to announce yourselves. We know who you are because you told us our music sucks. That's how we know who you guys are. And the best rebuttal to that is you go, but all of your heroes are rapists. Everyone you love is a rapist. I'm sorry to let you know, but the dude from Led Zeppelin had a castle that he kept girls in. Alright, this next part's gonna be tough. Alright. I've been pissing my dad off lately because this is fun. If you have a boomer parent, you can do this. You tell them that their favorite celebrity would have been on Epstein Island. That's a real fun one. My dad's been getting real mad lately because I was like, dude, you have to come to terms with the fact that Elvis would have been on Epstein Island. Okay, collectively we get that, right? 100%, yes, because if you watch any of Elvis's movies, they all take place on a tropical setting, and it's a bunch of young girls looking uncomfortable the whole time. That's every one of his movies. Elvis would have gone to Epstein Island, he would have been upset that they weren't related to him. He would have been like, can some of these girls be my cousins? Which is a tough joke, I understand. It's a tough joke. Because like a lot of you, when I read the Epstein files, I was all shook up. Oh, you guys are cool. You guys passed the cool test. I like that. Oh, you guys passed. Oh. I'm into goth women. I'm taken, but I'm dating a goth woman. I am exclusively into goth women. And I will say, if that is your chosen path, tread lightly. Tread lightly, my brothers and sisters and theys and thems in Christ. Because you've chosen a hard life for yourself. Because if you date a goth woman, you're going to deal with passive-aggressive notes. That's part of the lay of the land. I made a mistake. I dated a mortician, which is the final boss of Big Titty Goth Girlfriend. You're not ready, by the way. She's going to mess you up. Passive-aggressive notes are one thing, but I woke up to a toe tag to take out the trash. What does that mean? Am I the trash? I'll always remember the last thing she ever said to me. I broke up with her. She was very upset. And she said, "Kyle, you have a closed casket face." But an open casket belly. How did she get me twice? She did it twice. What a gut punch. Which is ironic because that's how you bury a fat person. You have to gut punch it in. And then you sit on the lid like an overstuffed suitcase. That's how you... No. Yes. No? Are you saying no to her or no to my joke?
No, that's what she said.
Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. She was a jerk and she's probably dead from drugs, so that's cool. Whoops. Whoopsie. I knew she was, okay, this is too much information, but I knew she was a dark lady because she preferred anal. That was weird. I was like, yeah, dude. That's fucking strange. Like, who hurt you? Moving on. I do have a dark sense of humor. I have a very dark sense of humor, and I found out at a young age that not only do I have a dark sense of humor, but I shared one with my mom. And I found this out when my mom took me to see the movie Titanic in theaters. If you remember the movie Titanic, there's a scene at the end where the boat sinks. Spoiler alert for Titanic, by the way. The boat sinks at the end, but before the boat sinks, a dude falls off the back of the boat. And on the way down, he smacks the propeller. And me and my mom were the only people who laughed out loud in the theater. We high-fived in that moment. We were like, he went bonk! Did you see that? It was awesome. This is my favorite comedy from 1997, 100%. And Ace Ventura crawled out of a rhinoceros's ass that year. And I was still like, not as good as Propeller Guy. Propeller Guy's really got it going on. Oh, man. You guys have been so much fun. I'm going to do one more joke and I'm going to get out of here. Is that cool? Yeah. All right. I've got big old eyes. I don't know if you noticed this. I've got big, giant fucking eyes. I actually had a doctor tell me I had fat eyes once. Yeah. I mean, doctors tell fat people they're fat all the time, but I was like, God, the eyes too? Like, how did you... She's like, yeah, we call them Cash Patels on the street. That's what we call them. You look like you're hiding government secrets. But no, I look like a Muppet is what I feel. Like I come to terms with that. And I love the Muppets, and I think that's because of representation. Like I want to see them do well. I think one of the coolest things about Jim Henson in general is the Jim Henson Company made a different version of Sesame Street in every part of the world.
Yeah.
In different parts of the world, the characters are different. And my favorite variant character is the Italian version of Oscar the Grouch. He's a dick. He's way meaner down there. His name's Garbaggio the Trash Puppet. And he's got a gun. He has a gun. He doesn't ever use it. He just brandishes it violently. He's just like, hey, I'm up to my fucking neck in meatball, Louis. This episode brought to you by the letter G for Gabagool. Who scares the shit out of me though is German Cookie Monster. German Cookie Monster is terrifying. He just comes into a room and he's like, Wer? Are you hiding? The cookies. Where are the cookies? It could be worse. It could be me just following orders. That's a harder one. That's a harder one. Here's the crazy craziest thing though, and this is the ultimate trivia. This is the ultimate trivia for Sesame Street. You go over to Argentina. It's the same Cookie Monster. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. That's the same guy. Hey, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.